Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome to Broad Acres. This map is just mind-boggling. It is absolutely mind-boggling, it really is. Look, I'll give you a little example. Right, this is a map that has been in the works for a very, very long time. It's a 16 times map that is set in Australia. It's all flat. As it, it's true to the area that it's based on. It's flat. It's very, very flat, and it's massive. It's absolutely massive. You can see me. I'm just normal speed, running across the map towards a field over here. So we'll just go to there. And before I actually show you that one, now look here. This is how long it actually takes to just load up this piece here. That is the map there. You start off with field 1. You start off with a few fields over here, and you start off with field 17. So you got some bigger fields here. Now, field 6 is not the biggest field by any means. It's definitely not the biggest field. I think 14 is perhaps the biggest. Maybe field 9, I'm not quite sure. It's one of those three is going to be the biggest one. But yeah, field 6 is definitely not the biggest. Crops that we've got on here, we got your standard crops, and then they've also added in oats and... Oops, no, I don't want to go growth just yet. I want to go here. We've also got rye, triticale, millet, cotton, carrots, and onions. So you've got quite a variety of different crops. Now, I don't actually have any mods active at the moment at all, so that's probably why nothing's showing up on here. But if we just take a look at this field here and see how much it's going to cost. 225 hectares, $18.2 million to buy that field, right? This is just an inkling of the scale of this project. Now, this has been part of a Facebook group by the same page. It's been a Facebook group called Broad Acres for a little while now that I've been a member of, and I have mentioned in some previous videos that I am planning to take a look at this map as soon as it comes out, and I would like to start doing a series on here. Nothing has changed yet. Now, I've got the screen, I've got the frame rate counter up in the top right-hand corner, left-hand corner. You will not be surprised to find out that on a map of this scale, there is going to be some frame rate issues in places. As not everywhere, this map has been tested and tested and tested really extensively all over the place. So much testing has been done on this map. It's absolutely incredible the amount of work that has been put into this map. The guy that has made the map, I'm not going to give out his name in case he wants to keep it private, but basically, I will include a link to this Facebook description, the Facebook page, in the description down below. And if you're interested in this map, it's very, very soon out. If it's not out by the time this video is released, it will be soon after. The map is actually coming out. It's going to be only released through the Facebook page. You can get a link there for the GitHub thing for it, and you'll be able to download it from there. It's recommended you sign up to GitHub so that that is going to be the only place for support. If you see this map anywhere else, it's not a supported upload, so if there's any issues with the map and you haven't gotten it from GitHub, then it's your own lookout, because that is not the officially supported one. This is the officially supported one right here, nowhere else. And we're in town at the moment. This is the town area, and you can see we do get a little bit of lag in places here, and that's kind of that's to be expected. All of these different sell points, just about everything that you can buy, you can make, and you can produce in this map is all sold around the town. And if I just bring up the map again, you do have to wait a little bit for the map to actually load, and it's just an idea of the scale of this place. And if you look here, you've got a forestry sawmill area there, and then you've got a few small fields there, and all of these sell points here. There's loads of different sell points. You've got Crane, Hay Australia, Shell Service Station. There's the cattle yards and stuff like that. You've got various fuel places as well. Nothing going in there. This is an idea of all of the products that you'll be able to sell on this map. You've got your basic crops and your carrots and stuff. And then there's loads of factory points all over the place where you can make jam, you can make flours, breads. It's staggering. It's absolutely staggering. And different meat products as well from your animals. And I think there's something that you can do with wool. There's a beer plant. I think it's beer. Actually, I'm not sure if there's beer. There is wine. I know there's a wine. There's vineyards and there's wine. This is all the different places that you've got that you can sell different things. And it's just the detail and the attention to detail, the amount of work that has gone into this is just stunning. Now, I don't actually have any mods active on the map at the moment apart from this Lizard Road Rage, which you can see I've actually altered. We're in kilometers an hour because that's what they use in Australia. I've actually altered this from 100 miles an hour up to 200 miles an hour, so that's the 322k is 200 miles an hour, just so that we can sort of use it to get a ride around the map. There will be a set number of mods you have to have to install with the map, and there'll be a list in GitHub where you get the map, and there will be a list and links provided of all the mods that you must have in order to make this map work properly. I imagine you could probably do things, you can do some of it on the map without those mods, but if you want the full experience, get those mods installed. Don't sort of think that maybe you could sort of avoid it or anything like that. So we've got automatic gates here. Look at all of the details here. This is fantastic. I am running this without any mods, like I said, and so there's going to be bits that I can't actually fully investigate because of the fact I'm not running with all of the mods available. But we've got these pallet movers all over the place. Now, one thing I did read, there is actually a PDF download. It's a manual for the map that explains every single sell point, what you do and how you use it, because most of the sell points do not have the black and yellow markings on the ground to try and make it a little bit more realistic. So you've got to know where you're going with your product. So there is a manual that you can download. There's loads of pictures all the way through it. I've already had a look through the manual. Absolutely fantastic. A lot of work been put in there. Oh, that's savage. That's savage, that is. Oh, we've got full collisions on all of the signs. Now, one thing that they have done, and he has, I imagine I'm alright to say his first name, Ben. Ben, he's called, and he's just done such an amazing job on this map. And I'm going to give you an idea of the scale of it. I mean, when you approach something like this, you genuinely do not know where to start. How do you start telling someone about a map that is 16 times larger than a normal map? Where do you start with something like that? Where's the first place you go when you're sort of talking about a map 16 times larger than is normal? Right, what's this? All personnel to report to main silos, Broadacres Farm, large commercial farming at its best, no trespassing allowed. Please respect farm biosecurity. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. All the details are in this map. Can we open this gate? Okay, there's probably something to do with mods. Is there actually a gate there for the trains? How do you get in? Okay, this is probably something, unless it's one of the mods that I don't actually have to get through there, or there's something in the file description. I wasn't actually aware that there were such gates on the map to stop me getting through. I have been and seen some of the gates that you can get through. So we'll go down this way, and we'll head a different way around the map and see what we can find. And this car is actually really, really fast now because I've doubled the speed of it. It's not going to be so easy to control as it once was. There's the BP garage where you can go and get your fuel and stuff, and we keep going. Ooh, easy tiger, easy tiger. Right, come around here. That field there, that's actually one that we own. That's field 20. You look at the size of the map. Just bring it up. See how small that is on the map, yeah? And then look at the size of the actual field that you own. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. It's fantastic. Okay, and well, we're going to go on down here a little bit, and we can take a look at the edges of the fields here. So he's done it realistically. Ben's made this as realistic as he can with a lot of aspects of it. So I mean, like, we've got cotton over there in that field, but I don't actually have any mod. So I don't think there's going to be anything that I can actually physically do with it at the moment. But I can take a look here. No mission. I don't know if missions are included. We can get that for a paltry 23 million. Oh, the gate's open. What happened there? Did I do that? Ah, I see. I just clicked. All I did was I just one click and it opened. Aha. Right, well, we can head down that way and see what else we can see. There is a big forestry area. You can see a load of trees over there. Let's try and bring the map back a moment. Oop, not too far. And I really do like the fact that you've got to wait for it to load. I see. Now it's kind of catching up with all the different the bits and that are ready on the map. It does take a while. It's got to load each piece in. And so at the moment, it doesn't look like we've got a huge amount of other things on there. A lot of it was just cultivated. So oats, sugar beets, sunflowers, canola. There's canola there. That's barley. That's wheat. And we've got wheat there. You've got a field there that's ploughed. You've got wheat over there. That field 16 you don't own. That's a tiny little field, that is. Let's go and take a look at that field a minute. Field 16. This one is just 9 hectares for $738,000. And estimated mission time 85 minutes. So I don't know if there are missions on the other fields. I'd actually be surprised if there were missions on all of the fields, because some of them are just going to be astronomical in size. It's just going to be staggering. That was field 5 that we were looking at. Let's see. I reckon that's got to be the point there for field 9. Yep. Field 9. There we go. I'm pretty sure that this is the biggest one on the map. $49 million. 610 hectares. Currently no mission available. But $49 million. Do you hear what I'm saying here? That's 49 million. Not 49,000. Not 490,000. Not even 4.9 million. But 49 million. Now let's have a little zoom out. And we're just going to start driving. We're up near the top when we started. And we are going to start heading south. Now, I don't know if you can get right... If we go to the edge of the map, can we go from... the very end all the way up to the top end? I'm guessing we probably can. The fences all have collision, so you can't sort of join a load of fields together and turn this into a big field, but I really don't know why you'd want to. And one round the corner there, and we'll head over this way. We go towards where the sheep and the beef and the pigs are. Take a look at that. So yeah, there's a private Facebook group, which I will include a link in the description down below. You can take a look and you can join up if you want to and sort of see some of the progress. This map will be out very, very soon. I'm not actually sure of the precise release date, but it's going to be very, very soon. Things like going and selling animals, it's not as straightforward as it used to be. There is one particular mod that you need. It's a PAL transporter or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is, but what you got to do is you take the animals. The PAL transporter thing, I think it's just a trailer. I think it's just a trailer mod, but it allows you to carry all the different types of pallets on this map. It's probably the most important one of all of them, and there are several others as well. But you could get started on this map if you were doing this on single player. You could get started on this map, and you could spend a year on here without really making a major dent on it, I reckon. People have been testing this map for months now, and testing and doing more testing and doing more testing after that. It's the work that has gone into it is just incredible. It's like literally you see the updates that are coming through, and because of the extensive testing, the map is fairly bug free. I mean, obviously if you counter any bugs, the first thing you need to do is test to make sure that they're not your mods. Because of the way the map is put together, a lot of mods have been used in his map. A lot of mods. So the first thing you need to do is get rid of your mods. And you load the map up and you deselect all with the mods, and then you only load in the ones that you are actually going to want to use on this map. And that's an excellent place to start. Courseplay is highly recommended, and Courseplay has been extensively tested on the map. One word of advice is do not save your courses on the map, right? Generate a new course each time you do it. Don't save courses, because it takes far too long to load it up. It's too big a file. The file itself, the download file, the one that I was given, was just under 2 gigabytes of data, right? It's massive. It's absolutely massive. So if you don't have a very good system, chances are you're going to struggle with this one. And also, just be aware that this is definitely for a more advanced user. It's an advanced farming simulator player. If you're just starting out on your farming simulator experience, this isn't the one that you want to be dipping your toes into first, right? So, we're now heading along the very bottom of the map, and we're not quite corner to corner, but this should give you an idea of just how ridiculously big this thing is, because, yeah. We've been driving for a while and we haven't even gotten halfway. This is just madness. This is... I don't know... What do you say to this? Seriously. Ben has gone and created this... Whoa! Oops. Okay, I wasn't expecting a track. We're going to look at the trains in a minute. But yeah, Ben has gone and he's created all of this from scratch. I've seen the updates coming through. The work that the man has put into this map is just incredible. This is a genuine labour of love, ladies and gentlemen. This is an absolute, genuine labour of love. He has spent so many countless hours putting in little details, adding things, adding more things, perfecting things, scripting, everything. It's just staggering, the stuff that has gone into it. And I think we're approaching the halfway point now. Let's just make this map a little bit bigger. Oh no, we've gone past halfway point now. We're actually approaching the 3/4 of the way now. And yeah, actually, if the trains are normal speed, I think the trains are going to take a fair while to get around the map. Although there's some really good points about the trains that I'd like to sort of show you some of. Oh, this is the winery down here. The vineyards. There's the vineyards. And I don't actually know how you harvest the vines. I'm guessing that there is descriptions and... Oh, no collisions on these. But yeah, there's going to be descriptions and instructions on how to use all of this and how to harvest them in the manual. So you'll be able to sort of get all of those details. You've got various load points. Most of the trains have got load points like this. Some of them are quite wide, so you can actually pull up, you can drive alongside the train, and you can use an auto-load trailer or an auto-load log trailer, and you can park alongside the train. You can auto-load onto the train or auto-unload onto the train. It's really, really good the way they've done that. They've really sort of they've allowed for single player on this map, basically. You would not be able to do this, really, on single player without some of the assistance that they've built into it for you. So, even the vineyards are massive. Absolutely huge. So you can make some decent Australian wine down here. Get all your grapes and I think you take them over there. And I don't know if you start processing them there or if you've got to just take the grapes straight to the factory and you start processing them at the factory. But like I said, there's a lot of work. If you didn't want to do any arable stuff at all, if you just wanted to come onto this map and cut trees down, as you can see from the ridiculously long line of trees that we've been driving next to for the last 5 minutes, that's going to take you a while. I challenge anyone to go through and cut down all of these trees. I challenge you. There you go. I've thrown down the gauntlet. Can you do it? I'm backing out right now. I can't do it. There's no way that I'm going to be able to cut down all those trees. Now, this map, there's no way I'm going to be able to cover all of this in a first look. I'm not going to go very much longer. We will wrap it up in a minute. We're going to look at the trains, and that's literally going to be... I'm just trying to give you an idea of the massive scale and kind of some of the stuff that has gone into this. I am going to be using this map to replace my current unrealistic series that is playing in Texas at the moment. I've got a 4x map in the Texas, is it Northwest Texas, 4x map. That's the one that I use for my unrealistic series. And I am going to be replacing that one with this map. This map is my next map. And so we will be getting to grips with this map, and we won't be doing it realistically. I absolutely promise you that. This is going to be an unrealistic series. So we're going to be using all kinds of machines that I'm going to cobble together. This is a 9-hectare field, just a little tiny one. That field 16, that little tiny blip on the side of the real fields. It just doesn't... You until you actually get in it and start driving around, you just don't appreciate the scale of things. I mean, look at this. You see where the cursor is on the mini-map down there. You can see where I'm sort of turning around. I'm almost on the point for the board for field 15, which is just over here. Look how far I've got to walk to actually get to the board for field 15. Yeah? That's how far. That little tiny bit alone should give you an idea of what you're in for with this one. That's $23 million. Well, almost $24 million. Okay, let's go. There's that one. And here's the trains. We're going to go and take a look at the trains a minute. And if I just press 3. No way. No way. Okay. This train is the normal maximum speed on the train. What goes on here? Ooh. We're going to crash? No, we don't crash. At least we don't crash on the trains. There is that. So they share a track down the middle. I don't know what would happen if you loaded logs on or bales and then you drove the trains through each other with the bales. You've got some big flat areas in different places. Everything's flat, but you do have some areas specifically designed for putting down some placeables if you want. Although I can't imagine that you would want to, because this map has got every placeable you can possibly imagine. And so you don't really need anything. That is storage areas that we're going past now. You've got storage for all your different grains. So that one looks like canola there. You've got wheat, you've got barley. Maybe that one's sunflowers over there. It should actually tell you on the map itself. And I think it just says open bunker, actually. But yeah, there's... I don't know. I'm not sure if those are storage or if those are actually the sell points for some of them, or some of the sell points. Actually, that's something that we could take a look at. If we go into here and we move over, you've got BGA 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you've got 4 separate BGAs. Open bunker. I see. So it says open bunker on there, and you've got triticale. You've got... So what's the open bunkers do? Ah, look, see. So that one's for wheat. That one there is canola. That one's sunflowers, and then soybeans. This one over here is sugar beet and potatoes. And open bunker 1 is... Where's open bunker 1? There is no price on open bunker 1. I'm not really sure what that is. It might just be that there's a mod somewhere that gives that extra price. I'm not sure. Town sawmill, you've got... There is a price there somewhere for the town sawmill. I'm not quite sure where. So yeah, an idea of what you're in store for with this map. Just a little idea. It's not even a big idea. This is just... We're travelling down the middle now. And you can see how long we've been going. It's so difficult to give an idea of the scale of stuff and to like cover everything. So I'm not going to bother trying very much anymore. I'm just going... We're going to take this down to the middle part of the map down here just to have a look, because this is I think this is storage area down here. You got this huge, great big storage place down here that you can do various different things with. And I'm also fairly sure that over near the animals, there is some more loading and unloading points where you can load your trains up quite easily using auto-load trailers. And that's another thing that I absolutely love about this map, is the way that they've set it up so that the trains are easily accessible from so many different points on the map and usable. Because that's what Australia is like. That's what happens in Australia. They use trains. Yeah, the trains are used all the time and used for all different manner of things. So you've got all the storage here. That's a load of the storage bins in there. That's only some of it. That's not all of it. That's just a little bit of it. And where you would go with these fields, I don't know. Seriously, how would you go about doing this? You've got all of these different factories and you've got all these different sell points, right? And that's great and all. But if you start just a normal save game, you start with $20,000, right? You start with $20,000 and you've got these fields here. Now, that's fine and that's great and all, but you don't actually start with any combines. No combines. You've got a loader, you've got a Ponzi Scorpion, and you've got a lorry. You've also got a few trailers and bits and pieces to go with it as well. We just take a look. So we've got a Cramper Bandit there. Is it Cramper or Cramp? I think that one's Cramper because it's German. And then you've got a Timber Runner. You've got a Pallet Fork. That's it. That's all you've got. So if you want a combine, you got to go and lease it, because you ain't buying it. Not with 20 grand. You ain't getting nothing with 20 grand. So, yeah, you've got all of that you need to... You've got to start out by leasing. You've got to start small, and you've got to build your way up. So, how long it's going to take you to build your way up to buying Field 14 or buying Field 9, I have no idea. I really don't. It's just amazing. So that's all I got time for today. I'm not going to do any more on this one now. There will be a link link down below for the Facebook description, or the Facebook page that you can sign up to. I'm just going to let that one roll to a halt over there. We'll just take a look over here at this field. This one is that's another 49 million. No, that's the 49 million field. Yeah. What else is there to say? I don't really think there is a lot else to say. I will get stuck into this map when I replace the Texas series, and it's going to be about 6 weeks now, because we've got 4 weeks left on Texas, and then I'm going to do a week, maybe 2 weeks on the new South American map, so that we can do some unrealistic playing around with sugarcane. Then we're moving here. Then we are coming here to Broadacres, and you never know, because they do grow sugarcane in Australia. Ben may release an update to the map later on, just adding sugarcane as another fruit. Although I suspect that with the Platinum DLC, sugarcane's going to be added by default to most maps, so it's not going to be a very major update that Ben would need to do in order to add sugarcane onto here. It would literally just be add in a few sell points. I mean, maybe he would also add in stuff for processing the sugar and things like that. I've got no idea. But yeah, this is Australia, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you normally associate places like Texas and the Canadian prairies with being the big farms where the big boys get the big toys and really get going. But Australia is just quietly on the underside of the world, dominating the world. Right? It's literally, look at this. Australia is just quietly sitting there and saying, yep, I take your 4 times map in Texas and I raise you. It's like Ben seen a 4 times map and he was like, oh, I'll tell you what, mate, hold my beer. I got work to do. And away he went. That was probably a terrible impersonation. And I do apologise, Ben, if you're watching this, but yeah, I literally can't think of any other way to sort of describe this. This is literally, this whole map is a hold my beer moment. It really is. There's no other way to describe it. It's gotta be. It's like, I see what you're doing there. Hold my beer. I can do better than that. This is just, I mean, look at this. It's just, how do you use this stuff? There's some of the bits that I was telling you about. You can't go whizzing over the rails very well, not with this car anyway. Look at this. You can, for loading and unloading stuff, you just bring it up along here and you can unload it all and then drive away with your lorry or your tractor or whatever it is that you're using. I think that there is a point for grapes, actually. I'm not quite sure. I think it is. We're back to the Case dealership where we started out. Case is quite big in Australia. What's this? Oh, this various sell points. I think. Well, that's the one thing I really like about this map is that the town is the sell place. Town is where you sell stuff, and most areas in real life, if you're going to go and you're going to sell something, you go to town. There's one place where you would sell your livestock and things like that. Now, what's this? I think that's where you buy things. And this, again, I did say I was going to wrap this up, but I just wanted to show you this bit. This, again, you've got, yes, that's right. You back up to one area and you can buy cows. You back up to another area, you can buy sheep, and then another area to buy pigs. You don't get them all in the same place. So there's 3 separate places to be able to buy those. And then the way you sell them, this is such an awesome idea. It's not how we do things in the UK, but apparently it's how you do things in Australia. When it comes to selling your livestock, I guess it's because of the extensive way that livestock is farmed in Australia. It's all the different things. It's something that needs to be done. And if I can we'll just wait for this to load up a minute. I just want to see where the sell point is. So that's where you actually own your animals, over there, and you've got your BGAs down there. You get your silage here. That's a long trek to take it all the way up to the cattle and that up there. That's a very long way. Right. Crane sawmill, open bunkers, elders. I have no idea. Is it over here? That's fuel cell, subway, fuel cell again, open bunkers, various open bunkers there. Oh, the butcher. Is that the one? Let's visit here. Village butcher, subway. This, you can buy and sell things here at the village butcher. No, there's a where you slaughter the animals, where the animals are taken to be slaughtered. There's a full quarantine zone. There's a McDonald's here. Oh yeah, of course there is. I forgot about those. A McDonald's, and you can bring your products here and you can sell it at McDonald's, or you can go over here to KFC as well, and you can sell your stuff at the KFC. You take your meat, you take your beef and that you've taken to the butcher, and you can bring it here and you can sell it at the KFC. I think you can also make them burgers as well. Burgers and bits as go inside. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh wow. Okay, you can actually go into the fast food places. You've got a Shell garage over here. Oh wow. I don't know what else to say. Join up with the group. That's what I'm going to say. Join up with the group. Join the Facebook group. And as soon as this is available, get it, download it, start playing it. Start sharing your stories, because this is just going to be epic. This is just going to be absolutely epic. And I apologize that I don't have all of the mods active that you need to run the map properly. That will be another time, I should think. Well, I will have them all active when I start playing on the map. But anyway, that really is all I got time for. So if you enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give me a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.